Right, Scrappy friends. So for challenge accepted today, we are going to work on the Mercy Tiara's 27 Days Scrappy Challenge. And my partner in crime, Kathy, is the one that came up with the challenge. So what she says we have to do, it says, for my challenge, I thought I'd do something fairly open. Do a layout, any size, any form, about anything you want except Halloween. However, you must use at least some colors or icons or embellishments that are traditionally associated with Halloween. Skulls, bats, black cats, anyone. A perfect challenge for autumn, shenanigans, football, soccer, Mardi Gras, homecoming, so many possibilities. So, this is the deal. This is the deal. She says this, and then yesterday, I get these photos. See these photos? Look at these photos. They're on Instagram, so don't worry about all the people in there being on there because I just took them off of a public Instagram page. These girls went into practice yesterday expecting to have regular, nice physical practice. And all over the court, they had pumpkins lined up for a pumpkin painting contest, and then they got to have treats afterwards and all that kind of thing. So this isn't for Halloween, although it is pumpkin painting, so that might mean I'll be getting disqualified for my challenge, but it might not. Anywho, we're going to pretend that they were just casually painting pumpkins for no reason, not Halloween based. Okay, so then what I'm going to use that I know so far, I need this to find my hand. Okay, I'm going to use this little tiny skinny micro kit I made for Nicole Jones 911's Scrap-A-Thon class. And when I was going through the papers for that, I don't know if you watched it or not, when I was going through it, I found these two papers right here together, the purple and the black. I'm like, okay, I can make something Halloween-y with that, even though, of course, this is not a Halloween layout. No, it is not. Now, fortunately, these girls are kind enough to be wearing black. I like these little scullies. I think they're adorable. And then, these papers, I don't know where they're from. Oh, you know where they're from? They're from the Pay It Forward box that I've been using bit by bit. Anyway, they are flimsy little papers. So, when I did that, I went ahead also from that Pay It Forward box and went ahead and added in this sheet called Nautical. It's just very nice and textured orange, and it's a lot thicker, but look at the back side. And look what we're going to use it for. Very cool. So the notes I had was grab Halloween supplies when I put this kit together. So I do have a Halloween supply bin. I've got hand-me-down little Betty Bats and Funny Bits. These were from Hip Kit like a few years ago, and it's like, hello fall, fall is here. That is really, these black ones are really cute for this. Then I just have, I've got some old embellishments in here. Like this was from, oh gosh, what was the name of that great scrapbooking kit club? Oh, Scraptastic Kit Club? Was it Scraptastic? Maybe? I know that a bunch of my friends belonged to it 1,000 years ago. So, I have some old bits in here. I do have this right here. It's called Something Wicked from My Mind's Eye. And I've got a few of the Something Wicked little enamel shapes. I've got some brads in here. I've got all kinds of fun little Halloween goodies. Now, I'll probably, sorry about that beeping, I'll probably go ahead and get my title from here. Like, I like this October word. I like these great little gold pumpkins. And these cute little pumpkins, because they're not jack-o'-lanterns. They only painted pumpkins and these little stars. So I'm probably going to go with a gold, I think, because I have such dark colors. So not really sure what I'm doing. What's in this handy-dandy little thing? Oh, look at this. Well, this is clearly from last year. These are gorgeous pieces. And then there's this flocked set of alphas. I wonder why they're in here. All right, I'll see what I can spell out of those. Don't know. Anyway, these are very, very cute pieces. I'm going to see what I can get used. No idea. I'm also going to try to get hearts in here and labels, since that's my product focuses for the month, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get going on this and see what direction it takes me. Look at how cute these brads are by Pebbles. Okay, definitely going to use the gold because I like the gold in here and I like the gold in my outfit. So I'm going to put these goodies aside while I come up with a bit of a design. All I know is I'm using this. I'm using this. I'm going to kind of see where it takes me. No clear idea what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, and those of you who are in Scrap-A-Thon 4, I will be working on day 4 while I work along with this. That's what I can tell you. I know I don't want to tell you the challenges because it's paid content, but I will tell you I'm working day 4. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Anytime you see my handy dandy Fiskars trimmer, that means I'm gutting something. I really love my Caterpillar crop because it does this great clean line, but alas, I cannot use it to gut paper, so I will forever have my little wonky, not perfectly straight Fiskars trimmer on standby. And yep, I use it just about every time I scrapbook, just to get some of those inside bits. Otherwise, if I take a set of scissors, or a pair of scissors, sorry, I end up just totally mutilating the poor thing. So that's what I am doing now to get ready for, to get as much mileage as possible out of these papers. So I have found that if I put adhesive on all 4 sides of my paper while I'm trying to line it up, that it gets stuck to it, it gets attached to it, it pretty much becomes a giant mess. So I have started just putting it along one side and slowly feeding the paper up, because then at least if I have to adjust it a bunch of times, it's going to be no big deal. So I am going ahead and trying to make 4 equal squares on this. I had an idea that I wanted to use as much of this pattern paper as possible. And since the black paper and the purple paper are so flimsy, I didn't mind making what normally would be considered a really thick layout, but this is just kind of wimpy. So I'm going to go kind of in this kind of a design, and I won't keep the squares separate. I rarely do that kind of thing, but I'm definitely going to use this as my base design. Now what I'm going to be doing is going through and seeing if there's anything that I can find to bulk up my squares a little bit. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to use this fabulous black and white piece of paper to, and I'm going to put the entire thing down just because it felt too plain, you know, because I only had, 1, 2, 3 pattern papers going, so how could I only have that many, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get this stripe attached as well. All right, now that's feeling a little bit more like me with the more is more is more is more. And I'm going to go ahead and use my T-square ruler to kind of, I'm going to be ishing, but to kind of make these even Steven. I barely have a 6 left on this ruler. Please remind me to get to Michael's to get another one. I don't like the ones I got off of Amazon. This is my favorite one that I'm using, and it's just like, I think it was $3.47, like before a coupon. I just need to remember to get one when I'm in there. Okay, so like I said, I'm ishing this, just seeing where the 6 is and trying to put them equal distance apart from that. It's not going to be perfect. Don't care. There's enough of these wonky lines and bits on the page that nobody in the world cares, so it's fine. Sorry that you have to see my crazy hair. I am naturally wavy haired, and never will it lay down smooth and nice and pretty like it should. Okay, so occasionally, due to the fact that I am not tall, I have to lean forward and you're stuck looking at me. All right, so I did know that I wanted to use the gold thickers, and I'm just going to use the word October, and these are great. They're that nice mid-tone gold, not too yellow of a gold, like what I would consider perfect gold glitter, and I'm not getting glitter fallout from these. I saw these, I bought these a year ago, but I did see these again this year at Tuesday Morning. If you like this kind of thing, and you can clearly use October or the regular pumpkins or whatever on any kind of a fall layout. It does not have to just be a Halloween layout. So you can get a little more mileage out of these. Now, yes, admittedly, I am using all Halloween supplies, but Kathy said we had to. And I'm going to Halloween it up without it being Halloween. So I'm using the back side of one of these pattern papers, which is something I've started doing a lot of. Instead of just grabbing a white scrap, I rather use what is in my kits and feel like I'm killing something off instead of just having 5 million pieces of paper wanting to be used. I mean, who knows? I might get those all used up this season, but it's something I've enjoyed doing. I feel like I am getting greater traction. I did go ahead and use that white base so that it can stand out just a little bit more on all of my crazy patterns. And now I'm going through and trying to audition different pieces to see what I would like to do with this. I have used that sticker sheet you see right there about a bazillion times. And it's one of those timeless Halloween kind of sticker sheets, but since I wasn't doing a Halloween layout, I didn't use as much of the costumey things, but I did find some pieces that I loved for this. So I went ahead and opened this die cut ephemera pack. It is a Pebbles pack, and I'm pretty sure I bought it last year from Tuesday Morning. And I love the colors of it. I love purple. I love lime green. For this kind of a layout. I mean, I love actually those two colors anytime because I'm a saturated color kind of girl. I believe my title will end up being October Tricks and Treats, but like I said, this is that whole auditioning time where I'm going through supplies and seeing what could work. Not everything needs to make it on the layout, but I like to kind of narrow it down because I find that I will actually use more if I do it this way, and I will use a lot of products I might not have necessarily pulled for something. So if I can go through and look at everything and everything gets a fair shot, I actually do end up using more than if I pre-plan it properly. Like Nicole Jones puts in 5 million things and she can make it work, but I am beyond visual. I can do, oh yeah, I can use this and this and this, and as you know, because I am a more is more kind of girl. All right, I'm going to start sticking things down. I'm going to go ahead and pop up my little subtitle banner piece on some foam and put it right under the October word. I went ahead and popped up my block of photos on some fun foam, as you can see there. And I'm going to put those cute little witchy hats to the top of the photo. That's kind of like the place where I would normally put a label or a tab or something like that. So that's just bringing your eye over to those photos. The photos have the entire team pictured in them, so it's not like it's a close-up where you can really see what's what. So I want to keep bringing the attention back there. Now that washi tape was also in that kit that I said that I got from the Scrap-Tastic Kit Club years and years ago. And you know, it's definitely Halloween colors with the orange, lime, it has green and black in it. So I have only used it for, we'll call it October layouts until this point. It just kind of lends itself to something very seasonable. So I may have it forever. And that washi tape, it is ever so thick. It's also slightly translucent, and I tend to like that in my washies. If I wanted something opaque, I would just grab a border strip, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and make a nice little trio of labels up at the top because I have them and I like them. It's letting me bring in more gold as well. All right, so I went ahead and made a fishtail on that black banner that has the gold on the diagonal, and because the Spider Hab tag banner thing was a fishtail, so I thought I would go ahead and replicate that. And I went ahead on the purple and black polka dot and put another little piece of the washi, just so I had the washi going on in a few places. And I'm going through seeing how I can, or if there's anything else that I wanted to use from that die cut pack before I set it aside. I tend to use something, grab everything that I can that I feel would work out of each set of supplies, and then I put it out of sight because I'm a visual scrapbooker, so in sight is in mind, out of sight is out of mind, and I can move on. I don't like when my mind keeps getting scattered, I guess, with seeing all the goodies because I just want to keep the creative flow going. Do you know what I mean when I say that? It's like, I don't know if I'm describing it properly, but that's just part of my flow. All right, so these little pebbles brads I think are so fantastic for this time of year in these layouts. I so wish brads came in gold more often. I mean, I think the My Mind's Eye, was it Glam, something like that. Those were in gold. I use them all up. These are in gold and I find them so easy to use. I use mostly gold, so when I go to use brads and they have a silver metallic on the outside, I just don't really like it that much. Anywho, I know, lots of information. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck this little piece under the photo going that way to have another little cluster area. And now I want to see where these little stars would like to go. It's once again bringing a lot of the gold here and there through the layout, and it's giving me a little bit more of a solid element in this extremely busy, bold layout that I have going on. I did try to add a little dimension. I mean, I've got the metallic, I have glitter going on so far, and I have some brads, so I am getting some textural differences. Now, I went ahead and did a little bit of simple journaling, and I'm going to put that below the photos. It's giving us a little bit of white space too, or bright white area to bring your eye back to that photo again. And I don't tend to do much for long journaling. I usually just state what the situation was, who was there, the month. I mean, it's rare I even put the exact day because in the scheme of things, I don't know if that stuff really matters. But I have the month and the year, and that usually works. And 9 times out of 10, I do also go ahead and use my own handwriting. I don't particularly like my handwriting, but I've heard only about a million times about how in the future people might want to see your handwriting. So, and it's easier than typing it out or putting it on a computer or whatnot. Now, Janet at RTS prints out a lot of hers and they look pretty and clean and beautiful, but it's kind of what her scrappy style is. It's pretty clean and beautiful. Okay, so you see that I've gone ahead and I'm trying to get washi in just one more little spot that's by the purple hat. So it's in the 3 spots. Sorry that the very lowest part of my layout is too close to the edge of my desk, but not a whole lot going on. I'm just at the point where I'm trying to see if I can get any little extra bits on this layout. Now, I think these are My Mind's Eye enamel shapes, and there's these cute little spooky shapes and the most delicious, fabulous colors of orange that are on there. And so I did go ahead and start with putting the pumpkin on. I have a thing about using themed product that are in, like, let's say I have the set of enamel shapes, right? I want to use all the pumpkins, all the cats, all the blah, 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 before I would use just the brads that I can use on any layout, if that makes sense. Because then I can put if they're all just plain brads, I can then just go add them to my regular stash and have more of a possibility of using them. It's the plan of attack I have for things. It doesn't always go well, but it is the plan. Like, I've got to get that cute little mask used up on something. So sprinkling some of these enamel shapes and dots around the page so I have a nice shiny little texture, which I always love, is to have that next little something something on my pages. And this is where we will just, literally go through the rest of my products and see if there's any finishing touches that I can get on here. So in the meantime, while you watch me faff about, real quick, that collection that you see right there, that's at Tuesday Morning right now as well. And I even picked it up and looked at it, and they have 2019 or 2018 on there. I got those things way back in the day. So I think somebody reprinted them or something, or they printed them for Tuesday Morning. I'm not sure. But those are definitely part of my vintage stash. Okay, so what I was saying is the rest of this layout is a lot of me just putting finishing touches. So down below, you'll see Kathy's link, and I cannot wait to see how she approached doing her challenge, with it being a challenge that she came up with for the Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge group. What I'm going to do right now, you're going to see me take way too long to search for OUVB, because this is the Oakland University volleyball team. And since I had those little flocked alphas, and I don't even know what I have left of them, I thought I could go ahead and at least use a few of them. And I'm going to go ahead and put that kind of nestled inside the Tricks and Treats banner. It kind of looked like it needed just a little something extra. And yes, I know that we have black on black on black, and there's a lot going on, but in real life you can really see the flocked alpha as well. All right, so I'm showing you some of the close-up bits of this. Lots of fun elements got to be used on it. This is an absolute total stash kit in every way, which is so great to use stash I've already have. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon, friends. Bye-bye.